Alright, welcome back to another video. It's a little bit chilly outside today, but besides that, it's still a beautiful day. Today, I wanted to discuss and talk about how the right stress is good for you. Building a stress tolerance, especially in the gym, is what is going to keep you successful and allow you to take on more stressful endeavors in your life. So for starters, what is stress? Stress is something that is put on our body either mentally or physically. So today I want to be talking specifically about physical stress. So how do you put yourself through physical stress? Well, my favorite is the gym. Putting myself through physical stress is pushing my body to limits and allowing myself to go through, intentional stress harm, and not harm in a negative way, but harm in a good way, knowing that I'll come out of it better, because it'll allow me to move forward in life. So if you think about life is stress in itself. You have stress of financials, you have stress of health, you have stress of family, you have stress of everything. But the difference that separates some people from others is the way that they are able to handle and deal with their stress. Are they able to handle it positively, or are they able to, or do they handle it negatively where it destroys their life? Because a lot of people end up hurting themselves because of the negative stress in their life, whether it affects them, affects their health, whether it affects their mindset, whether it affects every aspect of their life. Negative stress will be the downfall of your life. Any good thing that you are trying to achieve, negative stress will take away from that. So how do you build good stress? Personally, I try to put myself through as many situations, as many stressful situations throughout the day that I know I'll come out victorious from. Or even if I don't. Let's say, for example, I go to the gym, I tear my muscles, I'm stressing my mind and my body, pushing heavier and heavier weight every single day. I'm trying to put that stress on my body and building a stress tolerance so that when something in life happens, a stressful situation, for example, I get into an accident, I don't start freaking out like a little girl. Oh my gosh, my car, what am I gonna do? It's all destroyed, it's all broken, I don't know what to do, my life's over. I'm just gonna be sitting in my room watching Netflix and sitting like this all depressed. No, I handle it just like any other situation because I've been able to learn how to deal with my stressful situations. I know that everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to work out itself. It's just how am I going to deal with it? Assessing the situation. Alright, how did this happen? Is this my fault or is this out of my control? Is it in my control? Okay, it's in my control. How can I fix it? What are the next steps I need to do? Is this car fixable, for example? Alright, it's not? Okay, so what am I going to do with it? I'm going to sell and recuperate as much funds from it as possible, sell the engine if it's still good, sell some tires, doors, seats, and then move on. Or, if I didn't have a stress tolerance and I let it get to me, oh my gosh, I'm ruined, my car's gone, I'm in an accident, my parents are going to kill me, my life's over, I don't know what to do, guys, I'm stuck. Like, there's two ways and two perspectives that you can handle every situation. It's just learning to assess and be self-aware of the situation that you're in and weighing out your options to make the best choices for yourself. The best way to handle stress is with a calm mind, because an emotional mind will make emotional decisions. And emotional decisions tend to be the worst ones. When you act out on emotion, the emotional, logical decisions get thrown out the window. When high stressful situations happen, you need to be acting with stress tolerance and logic, not emotion. Okay, so now you might ask yourself, how does the gym build stress tolerance? Well, think about it. If every day, or at least every week, you're going to the gym, you're pushing your body to its limits, and you're adding new stress levels, PRs or weights on top of that. This week I curled 10 pounds. Next week I'm going to curl 12.5. I've just added 2.5 pounds worth of stress onto my body that now I can expand my tolerance for. And every week, as days, months, weeks, years go by, you're accumulating more and more of a stress tolerance so that when more difficult situations come by in life, you're able to handle them like a stoic man. You're able to handle them without any emotional sway, and you're able to stand there in the storm, in the center of the storm, cool and collected like a rock, rather than a little feather that's getting blown left and right. Someone with high stress tolerance also is somebody that has very good mental clarity. Mental clarity is what's needed to take over stressful situations. When stressful situations come by, you want to be able to have the mental clarity to say, in a sharp mind, to say, okay, I'm doing this. I think this is the best decision for me right now with the tools that I've been given. It might not be the right decision, but at least you've made a decision, and not one based on emotion, but rather one based on logic. Okay, this is why I'm making this decision. You're able to connect a why to your decision and move forward it, rather than make a decision without any logical backup with it. So also now we can go back to the question, how does the gym and fitness give you mental clarity? Well, think about it. If you're pushing, let's say 200 pounds, 100 pounds in one hand and another 100 pounds in the other hand, and you're pushing these dumbbells, you're coming on the 8th, the 9th, the 10th rep, you're going to have and need the mental clarity in that insanely high stressful situation, pushing 200 pounds away from you in your body, to think, okay, do I have the strength to do one more rep? I'm going to try one more rep. You're going to push, you're going to push, you're going to push till failure, and then you've gotten that rep. Rather than go to the furthest rep and go push again, where it's to the point, okay, now this is getting a little bit out of hand, and I'm going to tear something. I'm going to injure myself rather than build myself. So building mental clarity in the gym is comprised of pushing heavier and heavier weights, building more tolerance and more tolerance, and then having that mental clarity in those high stress situations where you're pushing so much weight, you're able to come to logical decisions. Okay, am I going to be able to make through this? Or do I risk injuring myself? And you're going to that point of, okay, you're going to that fine line of one more rep before I injure myself, or one more rep until I'm at failure. And the more times you do this, the more reps that you put in every single day, every single week, every single year, you're able to learn so much more about yourself and your mind, of what kind of situations you're able to take care of and what kind of situations you're able to handle. And then you go deeper even and you see how you perform with certain environments, with certain things that are affecting you around in your life that are causing you to perform in a certain way rather than another. Okay, you're going through it right now with your family and you see that your gym performance is struggling. Okay, now you understand that family stress makes you perform a little bit weaker or not to your highest potential because something's going on right now in your family. So what do? You're able to make that conscious reflection, take care of that family stress, bring it down to a clean and clear slate, and then move on to your performance-wise. That's why it's so important, I think, to have something that you're able to judge your daily performance on based on your external environment. If you have something where you're able to reflect on what's going on in your life and counterbalance it with performance in X, then you're able to see, okay, is this good for me or is this bad for me? Because is your performance getting better or is your performance getting worse? So let's say you have a relationship with your girlfriend or wife, right? And then you're going to take on this performative task. You can ask and assess your relationship with your performance. Okay, how's my relationship today and how's my performance today? Is this relationship making me perform better, perform stronger? Or is this relationship making me perform worse? Why is this relationship making me perform worse? How can I make it perform better? Am I going to have to fix something? Is it on my part? And then you ask yourself and you start reflecting. And then you can connect it to something based, is it stress related? Am I stressed out that my partner, I think, is cheating on me? Am I stressed out thinking that we're constantly having arguments, I can't live in peace? How am I able to connect this to my performance? And then the stresses in your life almost get better. Because, okay, you're still having that stressful argument with your partner, right? And then you go see your performance and you realize that your performance hasn't decreased because you're able to handle that stress without it affecting your performance. That's why I speak mostly to men, but as men, it is so important for us to have something where we can judge our performance levels physically, because yes, there's performance mentally, which is good, like writing, like creative mental endeavors, right? If you have a high mental, like if you're a doctor, for example, you're constantly dealing with patients. If you're a lawyer, you're constantly dealing with clients. Like those are high mental performing stressful situations. But a physical stressful situation, like a sport, like the gym, like calisthenics, any sort of bodybuilding, weightlifting trait, you're able to quantifiably measure your performance. Because mentally, you're not really able, okay, I've seen this many patients, but or clients. That can be quantitative, but it's just appointments, okay? Go through, whatever. But with a physical performance, you're able to quantifiably measure, okay, how many reps did I put out? Okay, let's say you're playing soccer. How many goals was I able to put into the net today? Basketball. How many baskets was I able to shoot today? But if you don't have any of these physical performances as a man, you aren't able to measure quantifiable measurements to stress-related situations. And then you aren't able to measure and ask yourself, okay, is this stress thing in my life, am I working towards it? Am I getting better? Or is it causing me to be worse? And is this physical performance allowing me to work with this stressful situation better? Or are they both depleting? Or are they both increasing? To wrap things up, stress in quantifiable measurements is a great trait to have because it allows you to build your tolerance, and the more stressful of a tolerance that you have, the more you will be able to be successful in life and perform better to your most top capabilities. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Subscribe if you're new. Share this with somebody who might find this valuable and useful. And remember, good stress, bad stress. Learn how to increase your tolerance for good stress and watch your bad stress slowly fleet away. Create more than you consume. Love others. I think I just messed that up a little bit. Create more than you consume. Serve others. Love everyone. Peace.